Let's have a conversation about new products and services and the importance of having a go to market strategy. One of the things that I tell people when they ask about Agile, one of the questions I often get is about definition of ready versus definition of done versus acceptance criteria. This comes up quite a bit. But one of the things that I don't hear enough of is go to market. And I think that a lot of people shy away from this topic because either A, it's hard for them, B, they don't know what should be included, and C, excuse me, and C is they don't want to take the time to put together a plan on how they're going to introduce a new product or service to market. And I think that this was extremely relevant just the other night. So I was in a hotel and I was watching Shark Tank. And on the channel I was watching, it was episode after episode after episode of Shark Tank. So it was just a lot of Shark Tank. And one of the things I noticed was a consistency in when the people going in with their product or service had a really good go to market strategy and they had a good moving forward marketing strategy, that they tended to get funded way more often than the groups, in my opinion, or individuals, in my opinion, who really didn't have a good go to market strategy. The ones who went in and said, this is why I'm trying to find a shark to help me figure that out. Those are the ones that tended to get roasted over the coals, if you will. So what is a go-to-market strategy? Why is it important? What do we need to do? So go-to-market strategy is a comprehensive plan for introducing a brand new product or service to market, or for reintroducing a product or service that exists with newer updated features. So there's lots of good stuff here. So this differs from a regular marketing strategy, which is a long-term strategy, and that should be like ideally years in the future. This outlines a business. So the bigger marketing strategy outlines a business overall marketing objectives, right? A go-to-market is aimed at a specific shorter time frame for an asset, a product, or service, oftentimes to a specific group of individuals, a specific market, which is really interesting. So businesses prepare go-to-market strategies to optimize potential success and minimize risk. So it's one of those things where if you're doing this correctly, you can break it down into a number of components. It's probably anywhere from 3 to 5 components. Let's see what I can think of on the fly. So I think that the first component is you need to understand your persona. You need to create marketing profiles. You need to know who your target audience is, what their specific needs are, and how you're going to reach them with your product. The second component of a go-to-market strategy is a clear value proposition. This is the articulation of what makes your product unique and valuable. This is what I often refer to as the elevator pitch. So for our target audience who is struggling or suffering from this major problem, our product or service is this type of product or service that provides this key benefit or compelling reason to buy it. Unlike our competitors' product or service, ours is different or better in these ways. So good stuff. So you want to make sure you understand the value proposition. 3, you need a market plan. You need to define how you're going to promote this product. Is it going to be through advertising, word of mouth, social media events, a big brand kickoff? How are you going to make people aware that this thing even exists? And then 4, a sales and distribution strategy. This kind of defines how the product will be sold, how it's going to be distributed, how it's going to actually reach your end consumer. Once again, something most people skip. So there's clearly benefits to creating a good go-to-market strategy. One is it allows the people in the market to have a better understanding. So lots of times people say, oh, well, XYZ just created this product. I don't know why or what it does, or I don't know exactly what it does differently, but it's cool that they took the time to do it. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes it's not even, it's like, yeah, they did this, but I don't know why. Or oh, I didn't even know they did this. Right? I hear that one all the time. So it's important to make sure that we have a clear understanding of our market and who this is going to appeal to. Next is identifying promotional channels that are going to give us the highest return on investment. So you can call this cost efficacy or cost efficiency to make sure that you understand who your audience is, where they're going with it, and making sure we're pushing it through the right channels. Then you want to get your positioning and messaging down. This is, where do you position yourself in the marketplace? Are you the leader? Are you replacing the leader? Are you enhancements for the leader because the leader's already got the market captured? Where do you sit in alignment with the market? Where do you position yourself and what is your messaging? And then finally, logistical planning. This is how you define your distribution channels. I think the thing that's funny about this is those four: market understanding, cost efficiency, position and messaging, and logistics all fall into the ideation and discovery cycles that I talk about so much when I'm talking about my overall agile landscape, right? And those are the parts that are most often misunderstood or most often redirected when they shouldn't be. So just some food for thought there. And I think that when you do have alignment between the North Star, big business strategy and the product vision and strategy, this is where you start to see successful product launches, and you start to see, the good go-to-market strategy in place. You see people who understand why you built a product or service, and you see people who are ready to enjoy the offerings that you have. And it's a no-brainer. It's just so easy to piece it all together if you have all the right things lined up. One of the things that I found is that when I was watching Shark Tank, the people who had the greatest success were always the ones who said, here's what I think, but I'm definitely open to, hear differences in strategy or differences in opinion. They came in with cheese before they started the wine. And I know it sounds crazy, but wine and cheese party, right? It's just so many people go in and expect to just say, oh, here's my product, isn't it awesome? And then they start whining. Well, I had this bad experience, I couldn't get it to market, or I had this bad strategy happen, or somebody messed this up. And it's one of those things where one of the big premises of Shark Tank isn't just to see how good your product is, but it's to see how well you govern and manage your strategy, how well you manage your go-to-market presence, and what you do in order to make sure that people know what separates you and what makes you and your product worth buying. So go-to-market strategy is important, and I think we all need to focus on them. That's going to do it for this episode. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at AgileDad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, I encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care. We'll talk soon.